You a little hash brown. So we're gonna go park over here. Some? You want some? No, it's so hard for me to reach you. Oh, we moved these seats around. Here, I'm gonna toss it. 1, 2, 3. Doop! Got it! Yay! Yay! She got it! And Adele really likes the way we rearranged it, but it's a little harder to get stuff to her, as you can tell. So I have to like toss it. That's fun. She likes sitting next to her brothers and then being able to see her brother sit here. It just changed the whole dynamic of the van, making road trips a little more enjoyable, just because but I'm 5 weeks pregnant today, so yay, I'm 5 weeks pregnant today. Still hasn't settled. It's driving me crazy. It still hasn't set in. 5 weeks pregnant with number 4. So yeah, I haven't made a prenatal appointment, and I do plan on doing. And this is probably what this video is going to be, is like the signs and symptoms of 5 weeks pregnant. So how I know I'm 5 weeks, like how I know I'm pregnant at 5 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like how I've confirmed that I really am. Like without having, like I just said, I haven't made a doctor's appointment, so I haven't confirmed it in blood. And of course ultrasound, so. But I think we're gonna go into the store real quick, get her some diapers, get a few things for the house, and yeah. Maybe we'll be back. Hopefully I'll be back. If I have enough energy. It's a little touch and go here and there. I'll fully update you guys here in a little bit, and maybe look a little more put together. I can't believe I'm going to the store like this, but I really don't care, because I just dropped my sons off at school. She needs diapers, and it's like I don't want to have to like go home and then leave the house again. Like I just want to like, I don't know. I'll see you guys in a little bit. You want to get in there? Is that a Paw Patrol? You want it? Say peace. Why are you on the floor? Look at your hair's crazy. No, you cannot get up there. No. Here, you can have this bracelet. Adele. Okay, bye. Hi. So, some time has passed since that first clip. So it's the same day, but it's been a few hours. And if you hear something, it's because my husband is working on the roof. So if you hear like, eh, it's because, yeah, that reason. So I wanted to kind of, hold on, it keeps distracting me because you guys are like off center. Hold on. There. Pretty sure that's better. Okay. So I want to talk about, like, I am currently 5 weeks pregnant today, and so I wanted to talk about the signs, the positive signs and symptoms of pregnancy at 5 weeks. So how I know that I am currently pregnant at 5 weeks, even though I haven't seen the doctor and I haven't had an ultrasound. So the first one, the first positive sign would be I haven't started my period. My period just didn't start. So I was supposed to start my period on cycle day 24 and it didn't come. So I think we're cycle day like 32. I don't know now. But it's been a full 7 days without my period. And like no bleeding, no spotting, nothing, like no blood. So that's the first positive sign that I'm pregnant. And then the second positive sign that I'm pregnant is positive pregnancy tests. Let me go get them. So I actually got 2 positive pregnancy tests. I got one with this brand, with, you know, the dollar Walmart brand. And then 2 days later, I took this pregnancy test, and it's much darker. So these were taken 2 days apart. They are both positive. So that's how I know that I am currently pregnant. Now, whether or not this baby is viable, if this pregnancy is viable, is still you know, to be determined, because I haven't had my blood work done. So I'm guessing my HCG is doubling according to these tests, but I don't know for sure because I haven't had my numbers checked. These birds are really, I think they're freaking out because I'm in here talking to you. They're being really loud right now. So yeah, so those are the 2 ways that I know that I'm currently pregnant. Now, I do plan on making an appointment to get my blood tested and to eventually have an ultrasound performed. I'm going to wait until I'm at least 6 weeks to call the doctor, just because I don't want to like make the appointment and then something happen and then we have to call and cancel or whatever. I'd rather just, you know, if I continue to not have my period for the next like 4 or 5 days, I will call and make an appointment for probably 7 weeks. And then we'll see if they schedule an ultrasound from that appointment. Now the other symptoms I'm having, those are like completely, I'm so distracted by these birds. We're gonna have to move locations apparently because it's too much for them. They don't want me in here talking. Symptoms that I have been experiencing that that aren't typical PMS symptoms that I usually experience. And there's 4 of them. The first one is increased appetite. I feel like I have to eat every 2 hours. And prior to this, I could go like 4, 5, 6 hours without eating, without feeling like I'm gonna faint. And recently, since like the last, 6 days, if I go longer than 2 or 3 hours without eating, I feel really faint. Like I'm going to pass out. And I only have ever felt that when I'm pregnant or when I'm breastfeeding, because when I'm breastfeeding, I need a lot of extra calories. And so my appetite increases tremendously. Like I can eat like 5 meals a day when I'm breastfeeding. And that's how I feel right now. Like I'm just ravenous. Like I just had lunch. I just had tuna with crackers. Oh, a little bit of out of breath, like breathlessness. Not there's like just running out of breath a lot sooner. That's not typical PMS. You know, I sometimes like towards the time that I'm going to start my period, I might experience it a little bit, but you know, of course, when my period comes, it immediately goes away. And now my period hasn't come, and the breathlessness has really, really increased. So I guess it's 5 things because I just added the breathlessness on there. So the increased appetite, breathlessness, increased sense of smell. I typically do not get an increased sense of smell leading up to my period or when I'm not pregnant. When I'm not pregnant, like I have smell, of course, but it's not like I can smell things across the room kind of smell. Like I can smell everything when I'm pregnant, and right now I can smell everything. So, and that started happening before I even received the positive pregnancy tests. I noticed that I could smell everything. And then 4 is slowed BMs, slowed bowel movements. So it's not that I'm necessarily constipated. It's just because my typical body, when I'm not pregnant, I typically go to the bathroom. I typically have a bowel movement every day, sometimes twice a day, depending on what I ate and how much I ate that day. And when I'm pregnant, like with my first 2 pregnancies, I got constipation, but this is just slow BMs because I'm still going to the bathroom. I'm just not going as often. I'm going like every 2 days instead of every day. And then my boobs are kind of itchy and they feel bigger, but when I like touch myself or when I cut my own breasts, they're not bigger, but they just feel bigger, if that makes any sense. They're extremely itchy, extremely sensitive to like materials being on them, like my nipples and things like that. That's not typical PMS for me. And so those are like the 5 positive symptoms that I'm pregnant. Now, you know, like some women experience these symptoms when they're not pregnant. So there's like no like symptoms. You can't really say, oh, I'm pregnant because I experienced this symptom. The only way to say you're pregnant is to miss your period, have a positive pregnancy test, have a positive blood test, and an ultrasound. And I have 2 of the 4. So I need a blood test and a positive ultrasound, but I have 2 of the 4, so I am currently pregnant. And that's how you, as a woman, kind of decipher, you know, what's a sure sign that you're pregnant and what's a possible sign. And the symptoms are possible signs, like increased appetite, possible. So that's all for this video. I really hope it helps somebody decipher what they should do next if you think you are pregnant. Definitely make an appointment with your doctor to confirm through blood and ultrasound. If you have the 2 out of the 4 that I'm talking about, if you have missed your period and you have a positive pregnancy test, definitely go in, make an appointment, and get your viable pregnancy confirmed. Those are the next steps. If you're one of those women who don't get a positive pregnancy test and you really believe that you are pregnant and you're not testing positive in your urine, make an appointment with your doctor to test your blood. If your blood is testing negative and you still think that you could be pregnant, ask your doctor to perform an ultrasound. Abdominal and pelvic ultrasound would be more than sufficient to diagnose and confirm whether or not you are pregnant. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so glad you did. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Stay blessed, friends. Bye. Pretty? Pretty! But I couldn't help it. We passed by that section, so I got another pregnancy test. I'm 6 weeks